It's a semifinal rematch from 2012 as the Eastern Florida State College women's soccer team takes on Tyler Junior College in the NJCAA Division I National Championship Tournament semifinals. Live from the Titan Soccer Complex on the Melbourne campus, it's the Titans and the Apaches. Next. It's a select semifinal Friday night here in Melbourne as Eastern Florida State College, the 4 seed, taking on Tyler Junior College, and two of the top teams in the nation that have met in the past. And you can't ask for a much better matchup. Jeff Radcliffe, Eddie Rodriguez, Bradford Evans will be along shortly. So glad to have you here on WEFS. And let's talk about these two teams met in the semifinals as recently as 2012. And you know that Tyler will like to have their vengeance. They lost that game 1-0.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an extremely difficult game, Jeff. For both teams, they know each other pretty well. Coaches, as you mentioned, they're friends. Not tonight, however, maybe after the game. But two teams that know its strengths and weaknesses as well. Of course, Tyler will come out with their 3-5-2. Eastern Florida a little more 4-4-2, and they'll form in the middle of the game. So it is just going to be one of those games where you have got to win the tackles in the middle of the field and try to get you chances and put them away as quick as possible.
Referees leading things out on the processional. Of course, Eastern Florida in the blue because technically they are the road team as the lower seed as Tyler able to get through. These both of these pools went chalk. Eastern Florida looked very, very impressive. 2 wins against Iowa Western, 4-0. Schoolcraft 3-0. Tyler beating Cloud County 5-1 in their opener, and then struggled a little bit, but ended up topping Hartford in added extra time, a minute in, 2-1 to get here tonight. So each team's getting introduced here is, again, Titans in the blue. So we will talk about their player to watch, which will be Ebony Wiseman, who's had quite a tournament thus far, had a goal and an assist against Iowa Western and a cracker of a goal in that game against Schoolcraft.
Yeah, she had just a rope from outside the 18. She found the ball. You see it right here. She took a touch, plenty of time, plenty of space. She lets it go with the outside of her right foot. Back of the net to make it count. That was the 1-0 for Eastern Florida. Keep an eye on Ebony Wiseman, can shoot from anywhere around the 18.
Tyler Junior College coming in at 22-1 this year, and Julia Trebach has had quite a tournament herself. 6 game-winning goals this season, but 2 against Cloud County and a PK goal against Hartford.
Well, Trebach is definitely a clutch player. Brazilian international player for Tyler Junior College, but just keep in mind that she is definitely the catalyst for this offense. She's definitely the go-to player, and you cannot allow her around the 18 with time and space because she can do it all.
No changes to the starting 11 for Eastern Florida State College. It'll be Dinard at the back, Suppan and Whitaker, the central defenders, Gomez, Dees on the outside, Carroll, Lockwood, Wiseman, Garriga, all there in that midfield. Nat Da Silva, of course, the player to get that ball to. Also Wiseman, of course. And Tyler Junior College, a 3-5-2, not something you see in women's college soccer very often, but the Apaches play it to perfection, especially strong up the spine with Munoz, Santos, and Cano.
And as you know, the reason why you want to play 3-5-2 is that, you know, you can gain that ball in the middle and go to the attack right away.
You see 2 men are good friends. Maybe not tonight, but normally good friends. Jeff Carr in his 8th season at the helm of Eastern Florida State College. Tyler led by the 10th-year head coach, Corey Rose. You see the hugs right there. The Apaches have had 2 national championships under Corey Rose's direction. Our referee is going to be Elvis Osmanovich. He'll be assisted by Alex DeRostang and Ian Anderson. Matthew Schwartz will be with you as the 4th official on the near, make that the far touchline. So, going to be a fun match for the referees, I think, but also for us. So glad to have really the 2 teams that were supposed to be here. However, Eastern Florida in this game, because of what ASA able to pull up and become the lower seed, and you saw what they did in the last game. They won, so they'll be in the final. They knocked off Phoenix 2-1, the top seed.
And, you know, some people in the stands, of course, some of the experts are saying this actually should be the final.
Don't let ASA tell you that.
Absolutely. Sometimes that's just the way it happens when you're trying to get out of the bracket. And as you know, Eastern Florida happened to be in the bracket of death, so they did a great job just to get out.
Had to beat the 9 and the 5 seed.
So now they just got to take care of business tonight against a great Tyler Junior College. And, of course, as you mentioned, SAS, Brooklyn just waiting. And I'm sure they'll be here somewhere around doing their scouting report.
Underway in Melbourne, the Apaches looking to make it back to the national title game. They were there a year ago, lost 3-1 to Paradise Valley. They are in the white and attacking left to right here, and we'll have to concede the throw immediately as Elvis Osmanovic going to give it back to blue-clad Titans, 13-2 this season. Both of these teams lost to conference rivals as their only blemishes, but avenged both of them in the playoffs. So they exercise the demons, as Eddie Rodriguez likes to say.
Absolutely, and can you do that early? Can you put the pressure and attack early?
Lockwood gets a touch, and Kim Campos, the pivot point in that 3-5-2. Ramey from Lyon, France.
And you see right away Tyler Junior College just using that width. You mentioned playing the 5 across 3-5-2, and of course we know that the advantages are those right here. Play the ball into space. You can have an extra midfielder.
Takata to the line, kept it alive, and we'll have the first corner of the match here in the game's second minute.
And D's getting to the ball, as you right. Akane Takata gets to the end line, corner. And you see the marking right away.
Tyler will play the ball short here to kind of change the angle. Ramey is there with Itziana Sanchez, the Tijuana native.
And two options here. You play the short one. Eastern Florida defending pretty well.
Ramey, good ball, punched out by Deinert. Need to clear, and taking care of that would be Katie Lockwood. And we'll go into touch on the far side.
Yeah, very dangerous ball in the box there. Didn't really come out. You talked about Takada Akane with a good cross, left-footed in-swinger. They had a couple of options. She decides to go direct, and look at that, so close. Goalkeeper punches that out.
And of course, a lot of bodies around Deinert to make it difficult. Both keepers from Germany. Deinert from Moors and Andrea Neves on the other side from Hamburg. For the first time tonight, let's say hello to Bradford Evans down on the sideline.
Thanks, Jeff. I just wanted to touch on those corner kicks that Tyler do. A lot of the time, it's almost a 50-50 split between whether it goes short or long. Sometimes it allows them to play off and just kind of change the dynamic of the normal standard corners that you get.
Thanks, Bradford. It's picked up and now trying to go from distance there. We saw that work for ASA in the first semifinal on dead balls, but that one is going to go in behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, once again, you see the difference, the movement on and off the ball. You see the movement right there by Julia Drabak.
Eastern Florida's been playing in their own half as Kono plays the ball through. Yuna Supan there to escort it back to Sarah Deinert.
Yeah, this is when the captain, Yuna Supan, has to be extra careful and organize the shape out of the back early for Eastern Florida. This is when you want to get the numbers going forward. Don't let anything behind you. Keep everything in front of you. And, of course, the organization skills to come out of the back have to be superb tonight against a great Tyler Junior College team.
De Silva on the ball, knocking it forward, and one and done there on that foray into the attacking third as it's corralled by Neves. 3 saves against Cloud County. Goals against average of .56. Apache's playing for 23 games so far this season. They got a roster of 31. A lot of experience.
Yeah, a lot of, big difference between the 23rd games that you were talking about against, 14? But the Titans. And once again, you talk about those 50-50 balls. Supan's not able to get rid of the ball and gives it away right on top of the key. Trabak, Julia. You cannot afford to give those, as you see, Caitlin Ronfro, and a couple of choices here.
Sanchez.
It's Ana Sanchez in the corner. Yep.
Second corner here, and we're not even 5 minutes in. It'll be Ramey one more time. She put it right on the goal line last time. Boy, it falls just outside of the area. Kano has shown she can take a shot from there, and this time had it taken off her foot. Here's Nathalie De Silva in the open field trying to play a diagonal ball across. The run continues, and offside flag is up as she had to hold that run.
Great idea by De Silva on the first one. Unfortunately, she doesn't quite get enough to play that ball behind the entire center back, and just the second one she was off. But you see she had the right idea outside of her right foot, and the ball comes back to her. Now she's off. Now here, ooh, I'm not sure if that was off. I think Katie Lockwood did a good job just holding the run at the end.
Nice attacking posture for the Titans here so far. Long way to go. Now De Silva and Shemley will give chase, try to close down. And it was off of Munoz, collected by De Silva. Quickly back to Megan Dees.
Now on the other side, Jeff, we talked about the advantage of playing 3-5-2. You have that extra midfielder. However, defensively, and you saw how quickly the Titans were able to go on that breakaway. Defensively, you have to make sure that you win the ball, because now you saw the counter by the Titans almost capitalize when Da Silva played that through ball to Katie Lockwood, who was offsides. But just like that, you do not want to, play man-to-man in the back, because one counter, one through ball, and you can be in danger.
Renfro taking defenders with her. Throw-in will come from Akane Takada, one of the two Japanese nationals in that starting 11 and on the team. Serve to the back post. This is a nice effort. And headed in. And Tyler is struck first on communication inside the 6. Gone awry. And goal scored by Caitlin Renfro.
Renfro finds the ball. You talked about communication. Early ball, Takada Akane to the far post. Cristina, the goalkeeper, comes out. And Renfro makes contact with the ball at the highest point. And just like that, Tyler Junior College goes up 1-0 early in this game.
In the 7th minute, and we saw that first free kick. There's a big crowd around Deinert, and they're just going to put balls into that corridor of indecision. Eastern Florida has the firepower to come back, though.
Oh yeah, you're right. If they see that you're going to hesitate, they will continue to go to the same side, and just push the issue.
Early goal from Tyler Junior College in the ascendancy, and turned over. Sometimes it's a battle of attrition in a tournament like this. You got to play so many games in a short span. The deeper team often has the advantage.
And now you see the 3-5-2 formation, how it works. When you're up in the score, you can afford to use that width and start using those spaces in the middle, but you got to be able to get rid of the ball early, because if not, that's what happens. You see the 1-2 early by the Titans.
Wiseman can't play it through to Chemeli. It's going to be tough to beat Luana Munoz, the Argentine. One of the top players in her position in the country.
Yeah, you see the movement by Tyler. Great triangulations.
Apaches are playing strong here. Sanchez is Carroll guarding her. Now out to Takada. Inside of the 18, steps to their left. Good job by Megan Dees to stand her up. And we'll kick it out for a throw-in.
Yeah, great job by Megan Dees. Just stood her ground. Finally gets rid of the ball. But it's concerning. If you watch the amount of passes by the Apaches, they do a great job moving on and off the ball. As you see, once again, Megan Dees just winning that defensive challenge.
Dees will have the throw. Up the line it goes to De Silva. She's usually a master along the touchline. Two defenders helping out. Chemeli settles. And coming back, it's stolen away. The 50-50s have went the way of Tyler Junior College to start. That's a trend that's going to need to change for the Titans to have a chance in this game.
Yeah, no, you're right. You gotta be able to keep the ball, and your passing, Jeff. You and I talked about it during the warm-ups. It's got to be a lot better today. A good team like Tyler is not going to allow you.
Great diagonal ball.
to give some of those balls away. Cristina Garriga chasing.
And Loza wins the throw. Just a step slow to start here, the Titans.
With any tactical decision, when you play with 3-5-2, you're going to give up the outside corners. That's something Tyler is ready to give up. They know that their fullbacks, actually outside mids, need to come back. So that's exactly what the Titans needs to exploit. The ball to the outside, to the corner, but it's got to be a good, precise ball to feed, or just enough into space for somebody to get there.
Upon it stepped, and it's got to be cleared back for a third corner kick here. And on the heels, the Titans right now.
Yeah, Danielle Gomez not able to make good contact. And once again, you talk about, they've been on their heels ever since this game started. They're starting to feel the pressure a little bit. This is when you want to come down, relax. There's plenty of time left in this first half and, of course, the second half. So there's no time for them to panic. Go back to what you know what to do. It's just a little different formation, but really, there's, nothing to worry about right now.
Tiana Sanchez Gracia will hit it from the near side. Does have the short option. Hand in the air, will whip it in. Why not? And Deinert this time has it. A lot stronger look there.
And this is when you want Diner to be secure like that. Just own the box.
Wiseman head up, and boy, every ball being met.
Well, Jeff, is that extra tenth of a second that they're waiting. You just put the ball down, you got to play it. A lot of the times you got to play it into the space if you don't have somebody open. But what you cannot afford to do is that. Hit the ball into their feet, into their space, because it's just going to rebound, and now you're going to start the counterattack going the other way.
And now giving back. Munoz will start it off. Trying to get Renfro in behind. And Chloe Whitaker just playing it out. What is Jeff Carr thinking here tactically? Any changes perhaps to make, as it's been on the back foot here to start?
Yeah, no tactical changes right now, but you do need to change, the way we're playing as far as, your approach to the game, your approach to the tackles. You got to step it up. Right now, the Titans are not able to match the intensity of Tyler. You got to make sure that you step to their faces. Don't give them a lot of time and a lot of space. Once again, they get a corner kick.
This will be their fourth corner kick.
And
we're
only
just past 10 minutes.
And only 10 minutes. So these are some of the things that you have to be worried about.
Giving up chances.
And of course, as you know, we talked about corner kicks all the time, you and I, Jeff. Set pieces, corner kicks, you do not want to keep giving them up, because it's, inevitably one of these can just end up in the back of the net.
Sanchez short of the bar, comes back out to Trebach and cleared by Lockwood. Right at the halfway line. Tyler will reset. Just dump it in on a flick. Gomez. Offside flag there.
Yeah, once again, you see this corner kick right here by Sanchez. Itzayana trying to go near post. Katie Lockwood just get rid of the ball, and that's what you need to do. Just get rid of it, and then, get your shape back and ask questions later. This is when Eastern Florida, they need to keep the ball. They need to play better.
Carroll trying to serve a ball in behind. Perhaps Chemily can do something with it to the back post. Overrun by De Silva. Best buildup of the night for the Titans. Just couldn't get the last ball. Diner going to have to come way out to make sure it's cleared. And decisive move there by the Titans keeper.
Even there on that one, good job by Sarah Chemily right here. It's actually a mistrap by the Apaches. And Sarah just crosses the ball. That ball needed to be a little bit better played on the ground, though, but at least you're getting there. At least you're getting some chances. It's that touch, that so elusive touch in the attacking third, Jeff, that it has to be better for the Titans right now.
Dig in the heels here and come out fighting. Another throw for the Apaches here. Game has been exclusively in the attacking third right now for the 2 seed. De Silva, somebody can help stretch it, but she's dropped deep. Chemily knocked off the ball.
And you see just the athleticism of Julia Trebach on her feet, just solid.
As a rock. Chloe Whitaker, and forward by Ramey. Real physical forward out of Kilgore, Texas. goal and an assist plus a yellow card against Cloud County in their opener. A very decisive win, 5-1. The only goal they conceded was via penalty. More of a struggle against Hartford. Kono. We'll have a substitution now. And it will be for Eastern Florida. Looks like Klesha DeRue will provide some work rate and ability to finish up top. So Klesha's still trying to get back into 100% health. Not there yet after the injury she suffered late in the season to her knee.
Yeah, but she can give you a little bit of explosiveness. Even though she's not 100%, she does have that ability, and of course she can hold the ball. She's got that left foot. Yeah. And right now, it's just you need somebody who can play that number 9 spot and just really show up, post up, hold the ball, lay it off. Right now, you need that possession. You need to be able to keep the ball going forward.
Another throw for the Apaches, getting really comfortable into this one with the 1-0 lead. Renfro, very active. Ramey comes away. Held on the left side. Campos helping it out. Knocked up field. And that will be put out for a throw by Lauren Loza.
That's okay. Good job by Natalia da Silva, just applying pressure right there on Lauren Loza, the right fullback in that 3-5-2 system. This is when you want to keep pressure and don't let him come out. As you see, it's Ayana Sanchez and the referee.
It's going to allow another change here for Tyler. Again, very deep team. And now we'll see Lena Gomez, generally in a left attacking midfielder, comes in for Ramey.
Yeah, no, you did say, Jeff, that they have a pretty deep roster and they're not afraid to going into the bench and really into the teens, 18, 19, when it comes down to the substitution pattern. So it's a team that has a lot of players and they're not afraid to use them.
And Bradford Evans has more down on the pitch.
Quite a few Jeff, quite a few EFSC students in the crowd tonight supporting their team on a Friday night. Yeah, you might think that a lot of people have something better to do, but you can hear it's really quite loud here. They're really cheering their team on here with a lot of energy tonight and enthusiasm. Should lead to a good home field advantage.
Well, they use all the help they can get at the moment as Jamie Farrells will come in. Knee brace and all. Remember, a serious injury for the Merritt Island native last season.
You saw
Back
that
in the fold.
elbow right there being swung by Lauren Loza. Luckily for her, the referee didn't see it, but kind of a dangerous situation.
Last 5 minutes been a little better for the Titans, trying to make the adjustment. Lockwood dropping deep. Now it's Da Silva, heavy off for the Brazilian. She takes a chuck. And Takata got her money's worth.
Akani Takata, this is the ball to Natalie da Silva. Just, you definitely see that body check right there.
Lockwood from about 40 out.
You want this ball right in the heart of the box, penalty spot.
Right in the gut as Andrea Neves finally gets to do something in this game.
Look at the size of Neves too, just every bit of 6
5'11".
foot, yeah. That's
Freshman out of Hamburg.
Great size for German goalkeeper.
Da Silva will race to the touchline. Earns a throw. A little more urgency coming now from the Titans. Trailing 1-0. Renfro that goal 7 minutes in for the Apaches. So glad you happened to join us here on WEFS and NJCAA TV, wherever you happen to be. If you're in Tyler, Texas, thank you so very much for tuning in. Tyler Junior College, the gold standard of junior colleges when it comes to an athletic program. 56 NJCAA titles in their history among all sports and a broad spectrum. Here's Ebony Wiseman, lays it off. Lockwood will play it. No harm, no foul. Nevis will have the goal kick.
Yeah, a little bit too far out for Katie Lockwood. It's a little bit off her range. That you're talking about solid 30, 33 yards from there. And she's playing with a little bit of a pull in that quad. It just so happens, Jeff, that when you try to reach back in your back just for a little more distance, that's usually when it happens. You're asking for that extra 5 to 7 yards in your driver. And you're not properly warmed up. That's when you start feeling the quads. And
Kano draws a foul.
Lockwood from behind in that foul. This is a good professional foul, we call it, because Lockwood stops the momentum right here, even though it's a foul. And you see that grab from behind, and how about the little push?
And Kano, not only just a dynamic player, but can hit from the set piece as well. Lofts one into the area, dealt with there by Chloe Whitaker. And corner kick number 5 is coming up here for Tyler.
And once again, look at the miscommunication. Keeper Diner comes out. There's no communication between her and Chloe Whitaker. And that can spell a danger, spell a trouble again. That's exactly how the goal happened.
Another change here for Corey Rose. So at 18, that would be Shaylia Anaya from Katy, Texas. Listed as a forward. Here's the ball from Sanchez. Another good one. This one, Deinert had a beat on it, quickly distributing, maybe too quickly.
Yeah, it's a great job by the goalkeeper coming down. Sarah Diner just owning that box, and the ball goes all the way back to the other side. Nevis.
Trying to close it down. Again, trying to get in behind. You're not going to beat Whitaker to the back. One of the more pacey players in the junior college ranks. Sanchez. Now Da Silva gets around. Silva needs to get activated in this game, trying to find Daru. Will be played. Back to the keeper.
Yeah, this is when you wish you had Daru 100% back, and you can tell she's just not at 100. She's maybe 75, 80 at the most, but you can tell she's not able to turn that corner, even though it's a good ball by Da Silva. It's just a different ball that she's not able to get to right now.
Intercepted by Ebony Wiseman. Waits for help. And get it right side. And wasted. No final product so far tonight for the Titans. This has been a nice script so far for Corey Rose. He's had an interesting season with this team. They've had some adversity. Lost to their rivals Navarro on the 27th, ranked at the 18th of October. That was our realization game where we had to bring the A game every time out. Stripped the captains of their captaincy, made the captains the whole team. Ceremonial captains are all the injured players. They've had 4 players in the last 2 years take on ACL injuries. So they have stepped up in the ceremonial duties of a captain, but everybody has on the team has taken that leadership role.
And that tells you, Jeff, what a transformation they've gone through. And, you know, a lot of the times you see true character come out of games like that where you leave it all on the line and you truly find yourself. Either you're going to be able to come out on the other end, or maybe you're not the one for the job. As you mentioned, they took the captaincy away from a couple of players and then made the whole entire team and say, look, you need to step up right now. The team needs you.
Unbeaten since. 7-game win streak. Whitaker drops it to that right side. Eastern Florida still trying to ask the right questions, let alone find an answer. Daru battling. Campos. Forward to Kano, running at speed. And tried to slip it into Trebach. Didn't happen right. Da Silva. Characteristically sloppy on the touch. Now Wiseman gets it. Tries to play the through ball. Running coming from the right side. Cut in behind. Goal kick once more. Just the steam running out of the attack, and it died on the right side that time.
Yeah, Christina Garriga needs to do a better job with that ball. Great through ball. She gets to it, but you need a quality service from there, and at least a service. You're committing at least 3 players into the box, and when you get to the end line and you're not able to just put the ball in play and it goes behind, it's just not what you wanted. And you can tell Jeff Carr not happy about that service.
Miss Versatility, Destiny DeLuca just checked in. Bradford Evans has more.
Eddie touched on Klesha DeRue's injury, how she's not completely 100%. She's really kind of laboring out there. Can't get into that next gear, hobbling off. After every run, it looks like she's in a lot of pain. So keep an eye on her ability to weather through the storm and persevere through this injury.
Thanks, Brad.
Brad brings a great point. That's players' ability to play through pain. We talk about it all the time. Are you hurt or are you injured?
Yeah.
And that's the difference. When you're injured, you truly cannot go. And Brad brings up just a phenomenal point that, you know, this is the type of games, Jeff, and you know this, that you got to play through pain. And, you know, because you're playing 5-7 minutes.
Offside flag up on the far side. Sorry, Eddie.
No, you're good. But you got to leave it all on the field because, you know, there's no tomorrow. This is one and done from now on. You got to find a way to win, as you see Da Silva going down, and but he's right. You see DeRue just not 100%, not anywhere near 100. Once again, you see the challenge right here. Cheeky little back heel. Yeah, you definitely see the contact right there. Those Itza Yana Sanchez making contact. The referee lost that one in the lights. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Wiseman, bit of urgency. We saw DeLuca check in. Play just about anywhere. Seen some time at center back, left back, in the midfield. She's a 50-50 win a ball type of player. Now DeRue, chance to bring that inside. Continue to make it difficult and will commit the foul.
Definitely a utility player. Player who can be put in different situations, different formations. And every team needs one of those.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
DeLuca, a winner. You play at Melbourne High School under Rosanna Lord. You're winning more than your fair share of games, not to mention championships. So the freshman out of Melbourne Beach.
Yeah, we know between her and her husband Mike, they've done a great job coaching not only in the high school ranks, but even club
level,
at Space Coast as well.
Ahead.
No
Lockwood.
slouches in the club scene around here,
Wow,
state of
offside
Florida.
up.
Yeah, that's over and back. When you see the referee saying that, that means that they came back. They were off. They came back into a non-position, so it's over and back. You see that call made more in the indoor game, but that's exactly what it means.
What fun is that? Indoor game should be no offside. You should just cherry pick all day.
Well, it's for the third line. No, you're right.
The third line pass, yeah.
It's you know, same thing as hockey, what they call, but yeah, no, not really offside. It's just, you know, the third line rule. So if not, you see goalkeepers punting the ball from back and just using the back wall, right?
Have somebody run onto the rebound
Oh,
and knock
yeah.
it in.
Basketball style off the board. A little.
Yeah. Eastern Florida's gotten a little more of this game in the last 10 minutes or so.
Well, they're
Starting
going
to
to
settle in, but they've already conceded one.
Yeah, and they're going to need a lot more than that. You're right, though, because they gave up that early goal, and now for them it's just keep the ball, get the ball, trying to get something going, but it's got to be better possession-wise.
The nice thing is when you do concede early, you still have lots of time. You can stick to your game plan.
Oh, yeah, that's why I said early when they gave up that goal. There's plenty time. It's a good
Switch
ball
by
out wide.
Campos. Sent across. Dealt with. The intervention made by Chloe Whitaker. And it will be a throw in.
Shaylee Anaya trying to play that early ball. This is a great switch right here.
Oh,
And that ball, Shaylee Anaya just a little bit short, but that's the right ball when you play it into space. You can play the whole entire defense, as you see Claire
Ramey back on.
Ramey, the French, as you so eloquently pointed it out during the warm-ups.
50-50 ball again. Diner takes it off the head. Eating some pancakes. Now Lockwood. Oh, trying to slip it in behind. Chemily.
It's a good run, though. She
going.
had, she had Weissman right there, so you can pretend you're going to go for the long one, place Weissman underneath a little bit and do the 1-2, get around. You see Gomez on the ball.
Lockwood in the center.
Oh.
Gonna let that one play. The referee, Elvis Osmanovic, and award the free kick. There's gonna be a little talking to here.
Well, it's definitely a yellow and perhaps jail time. No? 6 months in jail? Nope.
Use your head. It's Tiziana Sanchez. That's what he says. No
yeah,
more.
he's got a great ball because watch
the
this.
ball that was late.
As soon as she gives the ball up, there's definitely a body check right there. And of course, everybody's going to call that because it's so, it's so obvious there.
Right in front of the referee. Suppan. Gomez lifting it into the area. Drops. Side to Wiseman, will shoot and send it over the bar. Best chance of the evening with a quarter hour to go in this first half for Eastern Florida.
Great job by Wiseman, though, going through traffic, and you see this great ball by Gomez. Drops the ball, finds it. Look, this turn right here, working in traffic.
Oh, quick
great
release
turn,
too.
Yeah, and that's the quick release you were talking about
the other night, yeah.
from the other night. She does it so quick, and that's why she was able to score the goal inside the 18, but as a forward, it helps you because you can operate in such a limited space. You can basically turn and hit it inside a telephone booth right there. Quick turn and hit it.
From Kings Lynn, England. Spent time at the College of West Anguilla in Barcelona, Spain, so I'm sure she's picked up some tips from one of the titans, world titans of soccer. I'm sure you get I get to see a lot of that when you're there. Cano. Ramey working it in. This has been better for Eastern Florida. Defensively, Wiseman trying to hold it up 2-on-1. Now 3-on-1. Cano comes away. Serves to the back post. Steinert got just a piece of it. We'll have another corner kick, 6th of the match for Tyler Junior College.
Great job by Donner, though, because Hitomi Kono finds his ball right here outside the 18. Hitomi goes direct, and Donner just gets enough to put a glove on that because I think that was going into the far post, Jeff.
Kono, one of those players that everything goes through her. Player that really super dynamic for Coach Rose.
Claire Ramey.
Back post. Boy, falls inside the 6. That can't happen.
He cannot. You're absolutely right. The marking by Eastern Florida.
Got to attack the ball.
Has to be a lot better.
Now another free kick. Lockwood concedes.
It's not a good foul. Kim Campos. And this will give the Apaches of Tyler Junior College once again another great chance outside the 18. And you see this ball going to the far post by Ramey. Once again, the marking. Look at this. Oh, but she missed it, not by much.
I'll have to see out another dead ball. Set piece opportunity. Clock continuing to tick. I'll tell you what, if the Titans get out of here 1-0 at the half, they're going to consider themselves fortunate.
Oh, yeah, and those are the options right there. You have Claire Ramey and Kono, the right foot in-swinger, left foot in-swinger.
The wall has 3 Titans. Towards that back post. It's covered by Diner. Went in behind off of Eastern Florida. Boy, they've looked dangerous on every possible set piece in every way.
I agree with you that Eastern Florida is going to be happy to go to the locker room. Da Silva, a nice little flick. They're going to be happy going to the locker room with only a 1-0.
Oh, still got to see out the last 11 and a half minutes. Played short. Sanchez steps over.
And see how good Tyler is. The only time Eastern Florida didn't go to the corner flag, they played that early ball, and that just goes to show you once again the amount of set pieces they have. And look, just when that's actually not good. They should have played that one back.
8 corners now.
Yeah. Kona played the ball to herself.
Another one sent towards that back post. Very confident group of Apaches right now.
Yeah, it's giving each other high fives, and that's Shawnee Reed. Twice they've left her all by herself in the box, and you don't want to give somebody with that physical presence multiple chances in the box.
Garriga comes back on as we send it downstairs to Bradford Evans.
Just something I wanted to note. Sarah Deinert is always, there are multiple Apaches surrounding her on those corner kicks. That can cause many problems for you as a goalkeeper because your view is obstructed and you can't get to the ball. But she's done a good job dealing with the pressure that they've given.
How can you counter that, Eddie? How do you get them off? You need some bug spray, right?
Yeah, the movement on and off the ball. You're right, though. It's just you got to be able to get rid of those balls early, because the more you keep them, and it's about decision making. It's gotta happen quick. You got to know what you're doing with the ball before you get it, because if not, by the time you try to look up, like as you mentioned, you're gonna give it up.
Step two, Kano found it. Will shoot. Deinert beats her, and Kano has scored. It's 2-0 Apaches.
Hitomi Kano with a great run in the box. Delivers the shot to the far post, and just like that, Tyler goes up 2-0. Da Silva trying to clear the ball out of the back. Early service. Hitomi finds the ball and goes cross post right there. Hitomi Kano to make it 2-0. And nothing Deinert could do. She got low quick. And just like that.
Post, yeah. Yowza. Eastern Florida just not quick enough to that ball when it comes to the 50-50s. They're losing every duel. And the subs come in. Again, 31 on the roster. 21 of them freshmen. 9 of those freshmen start. So Tyler in the championship game last year, they're in good position to advance now. 2-0 scoreline. Long way to go, though.
Yeah, there's still 9 and change in this half. What's concerning, Jeff, is that Eastern Florida hasn't really created much chances. So, forget about the fact that they're losing, 2-0. It's just the fact that offensively they really haven't created many chances. And how do you switch that? Well, you got to be able, by keeping the ball. You got to start with that. And you can't keep the ball if you're not able to get out of your defensive third, which is where they spend most of this first half.
Tees will have the throw. Need to somehow activate that woman right there. Natalie Da Silva finally on the ball. I was about to say she's been absent. And again, Campos takes it away.
And then see that great run by Julia Trebak.
Yeah, Trebak.
And that extra run when somebody's, willing to sacrifice, as you see this giveaway in the back by Shawnee Reed. This is when Eastern Florida, they got to create a chance. They got to score a goal. They're well within time to put one before the half and really get something going.
Wiseman will give it a try, and smothered and covered by Neves. If you're going to be relegated to trying on the outside, that's not going to get the job done tonight. You may be able to sneak one, but
no, but at least I like the fact that Wiseman just going forward. Yeah, still a little bit too far to be a danger, but you get it closer next time, and you really have a chance to put it on frame.
D's unable to clear it all the way out. Just all the energy here. Apaches, yeah, they're feeling confident now, up 2-0.
You see that cheeky little back heel right there by the Apaches. And you're right, the movement on and off the ball right now is definitely improved by this Tyler side.
Say goals change games. You get a couple, everybody wants to get in on the action.
Oh yeah, you saw a little back heel by Shaylee rather.
Lockwood trying to make a turn. Can't find that pass.
You're right though, Jeff. That, that security, when you get a little bit of confidence, it trickles. You start passing it on, and your teammates starting to feel that extra oomph that you and I talk about, that step, that little skip in your step, and things are going your way. You got the time, and you got the score, and you got to continue to play that way. Well, on the other side for Jeff Carr and the Titans, they got to figure out a way to get this blue team going.
Renfro back on the forward. Scored the opener, 7th minute. It's all Apaches here. slugfest with Hartford when they beat the 7 seed 2-1. Not the case tonight. The Titans have been a step slow. Suppan, Deinert come in and grab it. And De Silva into some open space, playing it through. Garriga will chase to the corner. Trying to win it back. Garriga, head up, looking for somebody to get to. Ball would not have sufficient quality to find De Silva.
But at least now you're forcing the issue, Jeff. You're playing a great ball in that space to Cristina Garriga. Now you see De Silva a little more active. You're trying to go forward, which you have to. Right now, you want to try to score a goal before the half. You want to bring Garriga into play, and also De Silva, Weissman.
Oh, step two again, beaten on the 50-50. Turn made by Sophia Carroll. And caught between two minds a bit, and
yeah, well, you see
a pass, you shoot, or
yeah, you see how long Sophia Carroll takes to make a decision. That's when you got to go with it early. Either you're playing the ball, you're shooting the ball, or what are you doing? You got to do it quick.
Just a step slow. Trebach on the ball, dropping deep, now trying to play it through. Good job by Dees to cut it out. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the half. The Apaches 2-0 to the good. De Silva. Just the ball has not bounced the proper way for the Titans so far tonight. Off her line quickly as Neves. And will eat up some time in front of Garriga.
Yeah, you see the ball forcing the issue into space, and if it's not on, there's no need for you to play it, but you got to be a lot more precise in your passing going forward. Sophia Carroll winning it.
De Silva. Cut out of the air by Munoz. He's going to win anything in the air. Gomez. Serve a ball in. No trouble, no fuss, no muss for Neves. Coming up on the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, Neves just keeping cool, calm, collecting the bag for her. She's just looking to go to that intermission with the 2-0 score.
Titans had a little bit better of a spell than they conceded again. Take one second off against this team, they will punish you.
Yeah, you're right. The timing of that second goal wasn't the best for them, just when they were actually doing a better job at controlling the tempo and creating chances, at least trying to go forward. And then they find themselves giving up that second goal in a great individual effort by Tommy Kono.
Oh, well, that little extras right there.
That should be a card for sure. A red. Not only yellow, but a red. Yeah, you saw.
Well, that would change the complexion of this game.
Of course, and watch the contact right here. And you hear the crowd. It's not just that one, but it's the second one right here. See that? To the face.
And shown yellow.
Yeah, that's got to be a straight red, though.
Osmanovic putting it into his little black book.
And if you can see the intention, watch right here. That right there, that's a straight red. You're looking to make contact.
And you hear De Silva, that was just a yellow, huh? And she better be careful because she'll get one. Don't.
Yeah,
You gotta walk away.
Well, she's right, but this is when you have to be careful and keep your head in the game, though. She is a captain. She does have the right to ask the question, but you do not want to, just give a card just for dissent.
Naya to the bench for the time being. Fired up the crowd, tell you that much. Chloe Whitaker trying to desperately clear here the Titans.
And this is when the referee's got to control this game, because this is when you start losing the game.
Slow it up again.
And this is, look at the intention after this right now. She goes down right here.
Oh, the referee's
She
going to
makes
have a
contact
word.
right here. Oh yeah, there's that second contact when you're trying to hurt someone.
Now, this is fourth official Matthew Schwartz.
Yeah, he's
The
gonna
yellow's
pull
going
a
somewhere
yellow.
else. To 22. So now they're starting to rack up on Akani Takata.
Yeah. I'm not sure why Takata got the yellow, but
Now we'll have to see if we can roll that back.
I tell you what, that should have been a red, and I continue saying that because, Jeff, that could be such a huge difference in this game.
Oh, obviously.
And when you have, you know, when you're trying to hurt someone and you're actually going so direct, that by itself, it's a red card.
Dangerous play. Now the key for the Titans is keep their cool at this point. Clock stopped at 3:19. Maybe this is the moment that fires them up.
Yeah, you're right, Jeff. Sometimes you just need a catalyst, something to happen to get your team going.
Supon along the ground. Lockwood couldn't quite get it clean. Made the turn now, distributed wide. Gomez serving it forward. Held up. Wiseman chased out of there by Kono. And as it's chased all the way back, we'll send it down to Brad Evans.
That happened right in front of me, guys. The kick by Bianca Roman, it was a definite red in my opinion, but afterwards, Nat Da Silva had a few words to say with the ref. She said, "Do you see that? Do you see that?" She's just furious, absolutely irate with the assistant referee and the main referee just staring down the ref. I've not seen her this upset this entire season or tournament.
Now going down again, tripped up. Now the clock is now stopped.
Bianca Roman definitely gets the call, and you see Da Silva taking two players on, and you definitely see Bianca just tripping Da Silva.
That was Roman, not Anaya. Two yellows. Now we got a free kick for Eastern Florida. 2:24 on the stopped clock. You're Corey Rose. You don't like the way this has gotten disjointed on you.
No, but this is when you got to rectify it as a referee. You got to have that character, Jeff. You got to control the action no matter what. He missed a red card already, but you don't want another tackle like that dictating what happens, because as you know, players unfortunately will always try to get revenge, and if you didn't get a call, they're going to try to take matters into their own hand. That's not something you like to see.
Rips it in behind. Nothing doing. Well, some talking points, I think. We'll have the highlights at the half. 2-0 in these semifinals. Tyler Junior College have been the better team. A couple of questionable yellow cards. Through to Whitaker. Final 2 minutes. Giroux back in there. Da Silva breaking it up, and a deep throw for Tyler, I believe. Here come reinforcements. Trebach in for Shawnee Reed. Brazilian is in. Deep throw coming from Loza.
Yeah, you want to just continue to keep pressure if you're Eastern Florida.
Oh, zigged when she should have zagged.
Yeah, that's the communication that the Titans have had off In this game, normally they're on, the ball gets played into the space, not behind. You saw Da Silva and your right, Megan Dees Zach, and Da Silva zigged and just couldn't quite get that communication going.
40 seconds left in this half. Tyler definitely in the ascendancy most of his first half. Kicked out by Takata, again playing with a yellow card. 23 seconds to be quick. You want to generate some sort of a chance here. I think there's going to be enough time for anything here.
Well, Jeff, it is certain to say that we definitely have enough people in the crowd to just, you know, get something going in the second half as far as home field advantage for this Eastern Florida Titans.
Kano's ball finds Sarah Deinert, and we are at the half. And it's in a half for the Apaches. They lead it 2-0 against the homestanding Titans. The 2 seed playing to form. We'll be back and talk about it right after this on WEFS.
Catch the 2017 NJCAA Women's Soccer National Championship game live Saturday at 7 on WEFS.
My wife is currently in the Air Force, so I decided to be a stay-at-home father.
I'm a retiree and a full-time student.
I did online classes because I was traveling and it was easy to take the classes with me.
I am graduating today with my bachelor's in business administration.
If it wasn't for the online classes, I would not be standing here today.
There shouldn't be any procrastination. Just get out there and go do it.
Come on, now you're on your way. Come on, like it, like that. Come on, now you're on your way. Come on, like it, like that. Come on, ride with me. Now you're on your way, like it.
Build a successful career with a bachelor's degree from Eastern Florida State College. You can choose from nearly 20 tracks in today's top job fields of business, healthcare, and computer technologies, with classes tailored to meet your needs on campus and online. Students interested in making their mark in the business world have options that include general business, sales and marketing, accounting and banking, and finance.
I am pursuing my bachelor's in business organizational management, and I'm getting a specialization in human resources. Not having to go out and find an apartment and get new living situations, find a new job, just be able to stay local and pursue the degree I wanted was just phenomenal for me.
There are more choices in computer technologies with in-demand degrees for cybersecurity, program development, and project management. You can also become a leader in healthcare with degrees in advanced allied health, biomedical sciences, and medical imaging.
My overall experience at Eastern Florida was absolutely wonderful. From the initial academic advisors to the financial aid department to the instructors, all of the staff at Eastern Florida State College really help you accomplish your goals, not just academically, but also professionally.
All of Eastern Florida's programs are created for fields where job growth is strong, providing you excellent employment opportunities after graduation. You'll benefit from personalized instruction and small class sizes, and work with advisors on a customized plan of study. That includes online classes, with many bachelor's degree courses just a click away, and some bachelor degrees available entirely online. Whether you're just starting college or a working adult returning to pursue a new career, getting a bachelor's degree has never been easier. Eastern Florida's programs are affordable and offer flexible scheduling that allows you to stay close to home, making now the perfect time to enroll. A bright future awaits you with a bachelor's degree from Eastern Florida State College. To learn more, visit easternflorida.edu/go/bachelors.
I'm attending Eastern Florida State College, and I'm enrolled in the aviation maintenance program. We do a lot of hands-on here. What you learn in class is probably like 25% of what you actually learn. You don't just talk about it, you're actually doing the work and breaking it down, and the instructors here really know how to get to what we really should be learning and what's actually in the field. I'd like to stay in this area and do general aviation for a little while and then eventually move into the airlines.
Catch the 2017 NJCAA Women's Soccer National Championship game live Saturday at 7 on WEFS.
'17 NJCAA Division I Women's Soccer Championship semifinal number 2 is ASA Brooklyn already through, and right now Tyler Junior College taking care of business. They lead Eastern Florida, the 4 seed, 2-0 at the break. Jeff Radcliffe, Eddie Rodriguez, the rest of the crew here with you. You have to be impressed. Tyler has taken it to the team that normally resides and plays so well here.
No, you're right. It's very well deserved for Tyler Junior College to come out swinging against the home team. And when you say home field advantage, well, they knew the Apaches came out swinging. They knew what they had to do against the home team, and they've done it. They've created chances. They were able to put 2 of those chances, and that's why they're sitting in a pretty good situation right now at the half.
Let's take a look at the highlights from that first half. Fairly dominated, really, by Tyler, as this was unable to be cleared and headed on the second attempt. Renfro, you see the reaction.
Yeah, and it all starts with a great cross by Julia Trebach to the far post. Diner comes out, no communication right there. And you see that finish on the header. Once again, Trebach to the far post. Watch this, how close it is, right on the line.
And they had 8 corners to the Apaches, and a lot of them of the dangerous variety.
This is once again an early cross by Shaylee Anaya to the near post.
Luckily, Chloe Whitaker there to make the intervention. One good chance for Eastern Florida was right here as Wiseman turned and shot, just put it over the bar.
Yeah, quick release. And Da Silva trying to get out, not able to get out. Early service in the box. And just like that to the near post. Hitomi Kono buries out to the far post to make it 2-0.
That was in the 35th minute.
For the Apaches.
And then the point of contention here.
And watch that right leg out to that. See that? Definitely trying to make contact.
Bianca Roman, a little extra oomph, and picked up the yellow for that. Breaking the boot across the face. It is tough to play Natalie Da Silva. You understand that. It's difficult. Certainly understand where you can get a little bent out of shape. But anyway, well, this is the Paradise Jam coming your way. Of course, we're at the Women's Soccer Championships. Boy, big events all over this campus. That's coming your way here next week. West Virginia, Virginia Tech, Butler, and Drexel. Division I women's college basketball at its finest. Of course, that Paradise Jam, normally residing in the U.S. Virgin Islands, moved here because of the hurricane devastation, of course. Should be a fun weekend here on campus. And right now, a fun first half for Tyler Junior College, looking to make their second straight title game. Well, fans, you can follow all the action of the 2017 NJCAA Fall Sport National Championships live on NJCAA TV. Go to www.njcaatv.com to view live and archived broadcasts of the national tournaments for soccer, volleyball, and football. NJCAA TV is also available on your Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, and Roku streaming platforms. NJCAA TV, the official digital video network of the NJCAA. If you look at some of the stats here, Eddie, they tell the story somewhat. Tyler out shooting Eastern Florida 9-4. 7 of those shots on target. So Sarah Deinert has been in a shooting gallery right now, and she has made 5 saves.
But you're right, though. That pretty much tells you the story, the tale of the first half in this game where, you know, Tyler Junior College came out swinging. The Apaches came out hungry. They were able to capitalize on their chances, but you can tell the effort is there. And now Eastern Florida has to match that in the second half. If they want to stay alive, they got to make up that 2-0 deficit. And, of course, trying to get that third goal to win it. So, for them, it's about 45 minutes away from ending your season.
And we've seen them score goals in bunches. Fouls even at 3 apiece. Tyler, 8 corner kicks. Eastern Florida, none. That trend has to change. We'll see if that happens when we come back. Second half of semifinal number 2. Apaches in control, 2-0.
Catch the 2017 NJCAA Women's Soccer National Championship game live Saturday at 7 on WEFS.
My wife is currently in the Air Force, so I decided to be a stay-at-home father.
I'm a retiree and a full-time student.
I did online classes because I was traveling and it was easy to take the classes with me.
I am graduating today with my bachelor's in business administration. If it wasn't for the online classes, I would not be standing here today.
There shouldn't be any procrastination. Just get out there and go do it.
Great careers in aviation are taking flight at Eastern Florida State College with the Aviation Maintenance Technician program at the Orlando Melbourne International Airport. The program is designed to provide highly skilled workers to companies such as Embraer, AAR, Northrop Grumman, and others that are fueling the airport's expanding commercial aviation sector. Graduates will also have job opportunities at Kennedy Space Center, as their skills are transferable to the commercial space industry. Companies such as SpaceX, Boeing, and Blue Origin are developing new spacecraft to carry astronauts to the International Space Station and beyond on missions that could begin as early as 2018. The FAA-approved program is housed at Eastern Florida's new Aviation Center. The center includes classrooms for lecture classes and a fully equipped hangar where students get hands-on training with multiple aircraft, a machine shop, testing equipment, and composite station.
Most of the other A&P schools are just book work. And we actually have the cool equipment, we've got the planes, we've got the engines to work on and get that experience that you can't really get anywhere else.
I've dedicated my world not only to the Air Force, but now to the civilian sector. And I hope that the people that come here understand the importance and the need that we have for aircraft maintainers.
The program consists of 2 certificates, the Aviation Airframe Mechanics PSAV and the Aviation Power Plant Mechanics PSAV. Students learn aircraft maintenance theory, diagnostic procedures, and FAA-approved methods for inspecting, servicing, and repairing aircraft and their systems. They're also taught how to use aviation industry standard tooling and equipment to perform work on actual aircraft. Graduates are qualified to take the Federal Aviation Administration exam that can lead to jobs in aircraft maintenance, repair, and refurbishment that average $55,200 annually. So don't miss your opportunity to be a part of the exciting and growing field of aviation maintenance. Visit our website for information on how to apply.
Join local sportscaster Eric Kohler as he hosts Eastern Florida State College coaches and student athletes for a closer look inside Titan sports. Produced in partnership with Florida Today, the weekly in-depth program covers the 11 Titans men's and women's sports teams through game footage and coaches' analysis. Get closer to the action Thursday night at 8 here on WEFS.
Catch the 2017 NJCAA Women's Soccer National Championship game live Saturday at 7 on WEFS.
Back in Melbourne, getting set to start the second half is Tyler Junior College in the lead. Eastern Florida will go left to right in the road blue jerseys here and have been on the back foot the entire night. Now, Tyler Junior College, Eddie's been the aggressive team, but that's hurt them in some ways. They have 4 players carrying a yellow card from that first half, 3 of which are starters who are in on the ball a lot. So I'm sure that's something that Jeff Carr and Teresa Brantley Moon have made aware to the rest of the team.
Yeah, because all you got to do, Jeff, is press him a little bit, force him one way or the other. You get him frustrated, and of course you want to push for that double yellow, which of course it would.
It's been that kind of night for
finish,
Jeff Carr.
Yeah, in a red, and that could be the difference in this semifinal here.
We were also hearing that Jeff Carr, and of course our cameras really didn't pick this up. Really was losing his mind about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to go in that first half. Is Tyler, for about a minute, we were playing with 12 players. And that's when you saw it get sorted out when the referees went to talk with one another, the 4th official getting it sorted out eventually. There's Cleisha DeRue starting this second half. So, and they've earned their first corner of the match. So a positive start here for Eastern Florida. Long way to go.
Well, you definitely want to start on that side. At the attacking side, on that side of the ball. Numbers up into the box. Create some chances.
Kenny Lockwood, who can deliver a nice ball here. Here it comes. Oh, high in the air. Falls to the back post. Supon trying to settle. Will get it out of there. And then sent back into the mixer.
That's the ball from Gomez. There's got to be dumped in the box. Not a shot with no angle right there. You want to dink that ball to the far post.
Throw in Eastern Florida.
If you're Danielle Gomez from that angle. Garriga climbed the ladder just a little bit off in that corner from Eastern Florida. And you see Lockwood right here driving that ball to the far post. Cristina Garriga just barely misses. See this ball right here from Supon? It's a nice little dink to the far post. And look, 3 or 4 blue shirts in the box on the far post.
Just got around it a little too much and hooked it. Again, 4 players on yellows as Deinert comes out. I'm sure that Corey Rose has made them aware. He plays smart. Got a 2-goal lead.
All right, Jeff, we can divide this game and say, okay, well, the first half belonged to Tyler. The second half, let's hope the Titans come out and just truly own this half from minute 1 to minute 45 and really turn on the Jets. And as you mentioned, they score goals in bunches throughout the season. This is just another test of character just when the whole season's on the line right here. Can you get it done?
Tactically, how are you approaching it if you're Tyler? You've got the 2-goal lead. Do you not want to come out of the shell as much and leave yourself open against a team that can score goals, as you said, in Eastern Florida?
Yeah, no, for Tyler, they got to continue doing what we're doing. They got to continue to go forward when it's on and, of course, play good defense. But if you're Eastern Florida, you got to go for it. I like to see that third forward even as early in, 15 minutes into the second half, because now it's one and done.
Danny Gomez to De Silva here on the right side, switching her up just a bit. See if that helps the cause. Wiseman trying to get stuck in. Trebach on the ball. Runs straight away. checking her surroundings, coming back to close it down. 2-on-1. Wiseman there with her, comes away with the ball, trying to spin her. And an Eastern Florida ball.
Yeah, but even then you see that it's almost like they're not completely full on. They're happy with the 2-0. That was, of course, Juliet Trabach trying to get to the corner and keep the ball.
Running move here. Was an attempt by Lockwood to get DeRue in behind, but read well by Neves.
And she had her wide open, though. A little bit better ball by Katie Lockwood. Would have put DeRue on.
Come back to Deinert.
You'll see in a second, Jeff, how wide open Drew was. He's got to take a little bit off and let the grass slow the pitch down. Watch this right here. Lockwood plays, and look how open she is. She doesn't hit the ball that hard. She was on with plenty of space in front of her.
Now, see how far out that Neves was. There's another free kick.
Luana Munoz on the ball.
Who can deliver a set play.
And they switch now. Hitomi Kono to do the honors, of course. She had the second goal. Brilliant delivery to the far post on that shot.
Kono, 6 goals now on the season. Driven in. Gets through and in. It's 3-0. Deinert came out. Somebody got a touch to it. Or to ditch roll in. It was Kono that's going to get credit for the goal. So a brace for Hitomi Kono.
Once again, the miscommunication continues for Eastern Florida. Kono drives the ball to the near post. Deinert comes out. Lockwood goes for the same ball.
Is it an own goal?
No, it actually hit 29. We'll probably get credit for it.
It's an own goal, right?
It is.
I mean, if it hit
Lockwood, yeah, should be an own goal.
Let's see what the official score is. Well, doesn't matter. It's now 3-0. So really poor starts from Eastern Florida in each half. Now trying to answer. Garriga will roll to the left side. D's collecting. Boy, sense of urgency now. Now you have to throw some numbers forward. And it's going to be a goal kick.
A good chance. You see Lockwood.
Oh,
Cristina Garriga. Oh my God, that was so clear. She just takes a bad touch. That's the one that you want to put away. And then you're still back in this game with a 3-1.
Back on Lena Gomez. Well, that will afford the Apaches some luxury to just sit back, because you know the Titans are going to have to come out now. Just wait for the counter, pick a pass and put it away. Two goals caused really by indecisiveness, Eddie.
Yeah, the miscommunication. Deinert didn't. Well, when Deinert came out, actually just failed to secure the ball.
Served into the area.
And you're right. We always talk about whoever has the right of way, but at some point, Jeff, you got to go and just win the ball and get it. As you see, DeRue getting to the end line with a cross to the far post, a little bit too far.
A miss hit by Lockwood. Been a lot of that tonight. Just misfiring on passes, shots. One step behind the curve.
You see Luana Munoz trying to sort out the lines for Tyler. Trying to sort out the defensive scheme as far as marking up who's got whom, who's got what, and who's running where.
Wide 4-3-3 right now for Tyler Junior College, or at least, sorry, 3-4-3s. You have 2 players high on either side. More defensive. As we go downstairs to Bradford Evans.
Guys, you talked about that 3-5-2, and it's really been effective so far. Everybody's swarming Natalie Da Silva. Anytime she gets the ball, anytime she's in an attacking position, this back three is doing a really good job of isolating her and not letting her in through those channels.
Good point. And that's, if you want to take somebody away, that would be the player to take away for Eastern Florida. And nobody's been able to do that.
Yeah, and that's it. And you want to, not allow Da Silva to have the ball. And as Bradford said, you want to close those gaps and those channels. And, you put her on one-on-one defensively.
Anaya back in. Got to be just more difficult to play against Kano. It's just having her way. Anaya. Served into the area, scuffed. Wiseman. 50-50, eventually won by Eastern Florida, then pounded forward. Klesha Daru will try to chase it. And not going to do it. Did take a deflection on its way out. Throw Eastern Florida.
Well, the scary part about this is that if you look at the clock, there's plenty of time in the second half for Eastern Florida to, get something going at the attack, but you get this sense of, they just pull the wind off their sails. Just, almost they're showing signs of maybe not giving up perhaps, but they're just not really going to the ball as they were in the first 5 minutes of the second half.
Kono. Takata. Combine on the right side. Deinert. It's not a night to forget so far. Still plenty of time, but you want to get a goal sooner or later to give yourself a little bit of confidence, right?
Oh, you definitely got to score in the first 10 minutes here.
At least to answer what they just did.
Yep, to really have enough time in the second half to muster some kind of a comeback, if you will.
Certainly a fair score line. You look at the run of play during the game. Back to the keeper.
And you see plays like that right now. Da Silva not quite getting to the ball. That's pretty much been the tell in this game, where normally she would, or normally she's able to get to the ball and then get around that defender, where today it's just not happening.
Oh, that was a turn from Da Silva on the feed in from Gomez. And again, what do we got here? Free kick.
Yeah, good job, though, because she draws a foul, and that's correct. The referee gave the advantage right here. Look at this nice little flick by Da Silva outside of her right foot.
A yank of the jersey.
That's Victoria Garza, the defender from Tyler, and she gets the yellow as well.
Wow, that's 5 players now.
Now, keep in mind,
on yellows.
Right, that some of the players who have yellows already, you got to make sure that that's not a second yellow subsequently leading to a red, because that could really put Tyler in trouble here, even with 3-0 up.
They have been the more physical team from the get-go. Here you got to be fearless and brave now, right? You got to.
Absolutely.
This is going to be your last game.
Well, think about being a sophomore right now, Jeff, and is this the way you want to go out?
Headed on frame by Garriga. Too high.
Is this how you want to be remembered as a sophomore? Once again, you see Lockwood with a driven ball. She got under this way too much, and now, the heading is not going to be, the heading's not going to be the same because the ball is just hung in the air. Shawnee Reed,
the Australian sophomore,
comes back,
making a return. Lockwood steps in front, harassed and harangued. Oh, and Ebony can't keep it. Releasing it long. Cut out by Sophia Carroll. Turn back to Rue, able to win it. Takes a bump now. Ebony Wiseman playing it left. Garriga, the Spaniard, getting on her high horse. Another tug of the jersey. Well, they'll pull that one back.
Yeah, that should be a foul right there. So if the ref's going to call the advantage, he should be calling it right now.
Nope. Must not have seen it. It's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, he missed that because if you look at the jersey, this is a great ball into space. Cristina Garriga gets around. Watch that. See that pull of the
it's
arm.
A little bit of pull, not the jersey yet.
Well, just enough to get her on, away from the ball and balance.
The Apaches going to take the air out of this game. Through the midfield once more. Sanchez. Renfro now on the right. Boy, the battling continuing back to Eastern Florida.
Well, Jeff, still 31 minutes and change, just enough time for the Titans to get something going offensively, but they got to start by just keeping the ball in the back and play feed. When you see balls just played into space, it's not that type of game yet. You don't have to force it, and there's plenty of time. So this is when you got to keep the ball. You got to be patient, switch your point of attack, go through the middle, go through your numbers rather than just dump the ball and want to get there in two touches.
Chumley back out there, Canadian. Corey Rose, you're happy with where you're sitting right now. 3-0 in the second half in the second semifinal. They have executed the game plan to perfection and have had all the bounces go their way. Some people will say, okay, they might have had a little bit of luck, but no, luck is the residue of design. They've worked for it.
No, they definitely worked for it, and yeah, you can get a little bit of luck, but they've definitely put the time and effort into it, and especially they defended well and created chances, and that's, as you mentioned, the result of working hard. I mean, it's not easy just getting here, show up, and
checks the surroundings and makes a nice little move to the left side. Turn, miss challenge. Getting in. Supan standing it up, battling with Bianca Roman.
Look at Kono right now going to work. It's actually a ball going into space. Juna Supan, great job just getting down low and getting rid of the ball. But you saw prior to that, Hitomi Kono at midfield just going to work and just really changing the scheme of this game as far as what she can do technically on the ball. The native of Japan.
Can only put it out. In every set piece, every throw, they're going to take their sweet time. Every second counts.
Oh yeah, that's their plan. They're going to try to shave a little bit off the clock, and just,
Oh, flick back, header is in. It is 4-0. It has been a dream game thus far for Tyler Junior College. And Shawnee Reed is on the scoreboard.
Shawnee Reed with a great header. The ball gets driven to the near post. Nobody around Shawnee Reed. And watch this header. It all starts from out wide. It's a 1-2 around. Great service right here from Claire Remay. And Reed puts it in the back of the net right here.
Number 3, Shawnee Reed.
You see that? How she turns, that rotation of her head, going to the far post.
And that will certainly take the wind out of the sail. Chloe Whitaker, big tackle. 30 minutes left in the season for the Titans. It has not been their night.
And this is going to be very difficult for the Titans because now you're really down 4-0. So This is when you're about to see character, some players. You still have to continue to, you know, work, put the effort in, just not give up. You got to continue to go forward, put the ball down, and play the game.
Cano back. Oh, if you're Corey Rose, it's about managing the game for your team.
That, and for Tyler, it's about managing the game and personnel as well. Remember, there's 4 players with yellows now, so remember, you know, if the score was to remain the same, they have a final to play tomorrow. You don't want to get out on a double yellow, which of course it would end up in a red, and not able to play the final tomorrow. So for them, a lot to play for as well.
This is the second time these two programs have met in a semifinal back in a few years back, 2012. Corey Rose remembers it. Lost on the final kick of the game. That game played over at Melbourne Central Catholic to Eastern Florida, 1-0, and that put Eastern Florida into the finals. And that has not been any problem here tonight. Tough night for Jeff Carr.
Yeah, it's just I can definitely sympathize with that look in his face where he just doesn't understand how we got here. It's you know, definitely a look of disbelief, and you know, you can't quite comprehend how is it that we're here and down down by 4 goals. Yeah.
Chemley's continuing the battle. De Silva leaving it square. Left by Wiseman. DeLuca playing it back. Dees. Cross snuffed out. When Carroll was trying to scoop it in there.
Yeah, just great job by Dees, though. Gets to the end line. Sophia Carroll takes a little bit too long, and it all starts right here. Destiny DeLuca saving the ball. Dees gets down to the line. Great ball right here. And this one, Sophia Carroll's really got to unleash that a little bit quicker. You want to make sure that goes on frame, on goal.
Tyler Junior College national champs 2009, 2012. Yeah, 2011, rather.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Because 2012 was when they lost in the semis.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure Corey Rose would take it.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I'm sure they remember it well, too. So it's when you're on that other end.
Played for it last year on the short end of a 3-1 decision against Paradise Valley. So they're 25 minutes away from having a second shot at it in as many years. Wiseman sends it across, sent over the bar. There was your chance.
It's one of those nights. Sophia Carroll with a great chance. And even a better ball. Da Silva with a great penetrating ball right here. Ebony Weissman with a great ball right here. And Sophia Carroll's leaning back. That's the reason why the ball goes over. You want to put your head over the ball and just drive it down. That could have been.
In all fairness, Carroll more of a defensive midfielder, not usually in that position. Still, advice from Eddie Rodriguez to take, right?
It's a difficult ball to hit.
She's on the ball
no
again.
doubt about it. Yeah.
Playing it through, no energy to catch it. Be collected here by Neves. Just booted away. Just been misfiring. Any chance to get back in it has fallen short. Tyler can just possess. Earn another throw. Keep up with the latest news and updates regarding NJCAA soccer by visiting the official website of the National Junior College Athletic Association at www.njcaa.org. Lost in the midfield. Sending it over the top. Kano, how about a third? No, just skips it by the left side.
Great job by Kano, though, bringing the ball down on top of the 18. That just goes to show you her creativeness and technical ability.
Tomi Kano, a freshman, again, one of 9 of them that start. So you could see them back here next year.
Yeah, once again, great through ball right here. Kano gets turned around, but brings the ball down. It's a difficult ball to head.
And the touch it goes. And body language starting to sag a bit.
Well, emotionally, physically, this is when the legs get heavy, and emotionally when you just can't find the answer, Jeff. Nothing you've done has truly worked.
Chemily earns the throw in. You gotta worry about just getting the first goal. And that has been elusive, as is our Bradford Evans hiding on the sideline.
Yeah, I've been gone for quite a while here, Jeff, but here I am. If you notice a thing about Tyler, their organization, the fact that 2 people check into the ball every time, there's always an option for multiple passes for any player who receives the ball. It's a really difficult dynamic to deal with, and it's had Eastern Florida chasing them the entire time because of it.
Thanks, Bradford. There's Lockwood. I'm talking with Jeff Carr start of the week. He felt Tyler is probably the team to beat here. Knew it would take an outstanding effort to get through.
Yeah, no, you're right. Without a doubt, Jeff Carr, expressed his concern.
Suppan here in the attacking. Boy, what a cross for Silva. Took a heavy touch again. Chemily had an opportunity and it skipped off. It's just that kind of night.
Yeah, Sarah found a ball inside the 6. Great job by Da Silva on that cross. And
Suppan really put the ball in there,
yeah,
like a seasoned winger.
Yeah, Suppan with a 1-2, and Natalia plays the ball back into the corner. Now Suppan drives the ball, and you're right. Sarah Chemily finds the ball, it just trickles away, and it's just, you talk about that elusive touch in the attacking third, where there you go, once again, inside the 6, just gets away from you, not able to control the ball.
Wiseman into Da Silva. Falls outside of the area, come back and cleared. Just cannot produce many final balls, and the ones that have been there have been missed. Gomez, now we'll have to chase. Boy, Trebach sheds a tackle, and Chloe gets it right.
Oh, I'm surprised there was no foul on.
Now you go back to that moment.
Danielle Gomez, right here. Well, it's a bad giveaway by Gomez. You see there, that definitely contact. There's definitely got to be a foul. Danielle Gomez doesn't get the call, and you wonder what the referee's seeing or not seeing, for that matter.
This will be cleared near side. Not making any mistake, Andrea Neves. Tyler now 20 minutes away from playing for the championship. Here comes a substitution. For both sides, Daru. She'll return next year. Native of London. Rigo will be back. Ebony Wiseman will be back. So will Whitaker. A lot of players have put in a lot of time into this program. We'll be saying goodbye after in about 20 minutes should things stay this course. Nat Da Silva being one of those. Katie Lockwood, Sarah Chemily, Sophia Carroll, Danny Gomez, Yuna Suppan. Represented this college so well. That's one-on-one. Deinert makes the save. And D's able to clear, but only as far as there. Deinert again diving to keep it 4-0.
Yeah, Eastern Florida and D's not able to get rid of the ball on top right here. That's a good save originally. D's just gets to the tackle and great save right there by Deinert. Just you see that full extension sending the ball for a corner kick.
9th corner kick.
And even though Tyler's not really pushing the issue to go forward, they are gonna go forward when it's truly on, like in that case. Left foot in swinger. Claire, Ramey.
High in the sky, gets all the way through again. Lockwood. DeRue turning on the Jets. Again, quickly off her line was Neves. Saw it coming. Saw it develop.
Look at that. The Apaches now really utilizing all the space behind and just getting out of trouble so easily.
Terrain in the distance. And the Apaches have been running down the track. They've been the diesel engine in this one. This is a program that expects to be in this position every year.
Yeah, the expectations that you build throughout the year and just, you know, knowing how far you have to go and truly measuring yourself against the better programs in the country and say, well, where are we as a program? And when you can, you know, do it year in and year out, Jeff, you know you have a quality program and, you know, sometimes, of course, it's just a matter of one or two players being away from a great team, but, you know, for them to find themselves back in the final, it's a huge testament of, you know, preparation by the coaching staff and
DeRue.
The effort by the entire team.
Throw in Eastern Florida. Final 17 minutes of their season. Make something of this. Gomez cuts inside. Will lay it off. And trip down, penalty.
I mean, that's going to be a card right there. Wiseman gets taken down right there.
Let's see, is it just inside or just outside? That's in, yep.
That's
so
in.
They'll have a chance to get a goal back here. This could spoil the shutout. But boy, the way things have went tonight.
Yeah, you wouldn't, Katie Lockwood, this is when you just have to, you pass back into the goal. You want to put the first one in and, you know, see what happens after this.
Lockwood is saved. Andrea Neves keeps it 4-0.
Well, if that's not an indication of how the night has gone, Jeff, I don't know what is.
I think we've already had enough indications.
Lockwood just makes good contact on the ball, but just
Didn't
right
get to the side, yeah.
Yeah, just right at her hand. And of course, when you're 6 foot, you have the wingspan, and you know, great job by the goalkeeper, Andrea Neves, to keep that shot out.
Alana Munoz back in there. Chances to get back in. Usually soon after those chances go away, Tyler has added to the lead. Human nature. De Silva. Continue the run. Service in.
DeRue was making a good run near post, and Da Silva doesn't quite deliver the ball to where it needed to be.
Apache's not done here. Trebach sends it across, cleared initially. Sophia Carroll cleaning it up. Sorry to say, lack of drama here in the second semifinal.
Yeah, no, it's been pretty much one-sided. And Tyler continues to just apply pressure.
Oh, now it's one-on-one for Renfro. And waited too long to pull the trigger.
Well, Renfro also used the wrong foot. I mean, she tried to go with the right foot. No angle. Had she gone with her left foot right there, she could have gone cross post. Kayleen Renfro. And you see how easily she went through two Titan defenders on top of the 18. That just cannot happen.
Another hopeful ball. DeLuca checks the surroundings. Knocking it forward. No problem for Luana Munoz. DeLuca commits the foul. Dynert's been busy tonight.
She has. You see this great turn right here. Gets around the corner. Renfro. And see how she hit that with her right
outside.
foot?
Yeah, try to hit the outside.
Yeah, she could have hit that with her left foot. Just a cross post, hard driven ball. But you're not going to be able to produce a lot of power with the outside of her right foot. My point.
Well, a reminder, we'll have the broadcast of the final tomorrow night right here on WEFS. And it appears it's going to be Tyler Junior College versus ASA Brooklyn. And barring a miracle, Eastern Florida's season will come to an end at 13-3. But to get here like they do every year is a sign of a solid program. Eventually you'll make the breakthrough.
No, for sure.
Side netting. They're here. They've made the tournament in 6 of the 7 years it's been here.
No, you got to speak of the consistency of the coaching staff led by Jeff Carr, of course, Teresa, the assistant coach. And you're right, to get here, you know,
consistently
6 years out of 7. And, you know, to continue to fight at this level. And, you know, as you know, you get to the last few games of the season, and the further you go, the tougher the competition gets. Of course, you know, I said during the intro, they play against a team that they know pretty well in Tyler, another well-coached team. And, you know, from now on, there's no slouches here. You get, you gotta really come out swinging. You gotta play well and play good defense, and of course, take care of your chances, which that hasn't been the case today for the Titans.
Renfro holds it up well. Munoz. Let's see, Sanchez serves it out. Final 12 minutes inside now.
It's Sayana Sanchez.
Right now, Tyler dishing out a little bit. Eastern Florida was serving in the opening 2 games of this tournament for them in pool play when they won 4-0 and 3-0. Turnabout is fair play, you suppose. Lockwood. Cleared ahead. Lockwood. Wiseman. DeLuca. Still trying to be creative here and then muscled off the ball. Ebony keeps it. Carroll, they'll give it a go. And effort goes over the top of the bar.
Yeah, see how Carroll's leaning once again, leaning back, so the ball's going to sail wide over the goal. She doesn't put that head over the ball and lean forward into the ball. Great movement, though, from the Titans. You see Garriga, Weissman right there. Weissman wins possession. Carroll takes a touch. See how she's leaning back once again. You're not going to get a different outcome if you keep, you know, leaning back and those shots outside the box.
Oh, Daru absolutely mauled, and she causes the foul apparently. And 2 players in some pain.
Yeah, you see the physicality in this game. Getting up high. Luana Munoz. Yeah, she gets her legs taken out. Luana Munoz, the center back, just climbing the ladder and hitting the ball at its highest point. Daru's also a little shooken up. She jogs to the outside.
playing with the brace. Had that knee injury late in the season, which really slowed her down. And if she's 100%, maybe the outcome's a little different tonight. She does have that pace to get in behind. Something that Eastern Florida lacks. They've had to rely on the combination, the passing. And when you're not crisp, can't stretch it in defense.
Well, yeah, when you're not on and you're right, you're not crisp on your touches, then it's not going to happen. It's just not.
Chemley takes a bump.
There should have been a foul. You saw the little push.
Skips to Neves. You take it back, what, about midway through the first half, when Natalie Da Silva was on the ground and took a boot to the face. It was a yellow card.
Yeah.
That could be a moment in this game that might have changed things.
Yeah, because if you give, what should have been a red, then, playing with 10.
In all fairness, they were down 2-0 at that point.
Yeah, but it's a lot easier to come back from 2-0 when you're up a player.
Yeah.
There were still, I think, 12 minutes left in the first half, so not only do you have time to come back, but, for all intents and purposes, let's just say you go to the half still down 2-0, but plus a player. As you know, Jeff, 45 minutes to defend without one player, without -1. It's a tall order.
Chemley just a step too slow to get to it. Well, scoreline, maybe not the most fair thing, but the result certainly. Tyler Junior College has been the better team tonight.
Well, they've definitely they've earned it. They deserved it. I mean, they've been running. They were able to put the time, effort into it, and they wanted to come out here and just prove that they belong.
Laid back, and boy, again denied. Chemley could have hit it right under, but Neves fell on it.
Chemley had enough time to take a touch right there and go to the far post. If you look, Garriga gets to the end line. Look how much time Chemley has. She could have trapped the ball all by herself and then go to the far post right there.
You just think about the chances, and that's something Jeff Carr is going to think about. Chance after chance in the second half to get back in it. Missing a penalty.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of sitters.
Oh, yeah. And, and even then, I think you still want to convey that to the team and show them the video, as painful as it is. You got to see yourself on video, like that last one, Sarah Chamali, where you get to see how much time you had. I mean, you go back to the one where Sophia Carroll just on top of the 6, leaning back, and the ball goes over. Once again, as painful as that might be, we call them growing pains, right? And if you're not improving, Natalia gets push here. Of course, she gets the ball. Lina Gomez, referee telling her to back up.
Under 7.5 to go. Question is, can Eastern Florida avoid the shutout? Had chances not to. Serve to the back area, headed out of play.
Once again, you see Da Silva on the ball, in-swinger to the far post. Garriga climbing the ladder, and see, normally she does better with those.
She's had a couple of headers that just went awry.
Not, not the best defending right there by the Apaches, but if you're Eastern Florida, you got to do better on those, Jeff. You got to be able to put that on frame. Make the goalkeeper just make a save, and you can't just hit that one out of bounds.
Silva on the ball. Head down, shot on the way, skims by that post. Neves has been busy this half, but just misfire after misfire, and balls that normally are going in for Eastern Florida are not tonight.
Yeah, you're right, and that's pretty much been the difference. You see Garriga right here on the ball. Not the best ball, and you see that 1-2. Weissman from out wide, and full extension by the goalkeeper.
I think she would have had it covered anyway, but yeah.
But you're right, though, when you say normally some of those shots would have been on frame. Tonight, they're just not. You talk about 6 inches the other way, that's on frame. That could have gone in, and just tonight it's just.
Oh, foul. And you hear the descent coming.
Yeah, but we know Megan, she's not one of those players that would try to hurt someone, even though she was a bit late to that tackle. You see Kim Campos gets up, and you worry about her just because she's got that knee brace, making sure that it's not a relapse injury or anything of that matter.
Munoz, Renfro again, falls in the box, nothing given. Apaches fans looking for it, though. I don't think they're going to get that up 4-0. Unless it's a clear and obvious. It's going to be a good trip to Florida for those making the trip from Tyler, Texas. They'll be playing for a championship tomorrow against ASA Brooklyn. Gomez trying to get it through everybody. Didn't work. Bit of a masterpiece tonight being pitched by the Apaches.
Oh, for sure.
Eastern Florida had to be on their game to even have a shot tonight.
No, I agree with you. The Apaches just came out, on top, but just the way they played as well, they've been able to keep the score and just they continue to go forward and play a pretty solid game, mistake-free pretty much. Even when they give up the penalty kick, their goalkeeper, Andrea Neves, has been on, and it's always the next player who steps up, the next player and the next player. There's a reason why they're winning 4-0. They're just pretty much dominating in this semifinal.
Well, Bradford Evans, anything to add there?
Well, I'm just talking about the final tomorrow. That should be a really almost just a peach of a match, really. It should be just amazing to have those two teams both play possession style. ASA Brooklyn, do not underestimate them for the millionth time because they only have 11 players. Do not do it because they looked as strong as they did in extra time as they did from the first minute. So it should be an interesting matchup between two teams that play similar. I mean, you have the 3-5-2 for Tyler, and then you have that 4-5-1, 4-3-3 kind of thing that ASA Brooklyn does. So that should be a good match.
Agreed. Be on the call here tomorrow night. And Tyler will be in those white jerseys for every game here. They'll be the higher seed in this one. Now Chemley wins the ball.
Well, and Brad brings up a great point. Don't think because ASA is 12 players and you can just knock them out. Remember, there's only one game, so if tomorrow they're gonna leave everything. They're gonna bring everything in. They'll also bring the kitchen sink they can throw in at someone because they're gonna be playing just for their lives. And I like the matchup. I like the matchup in the sense that they were able to get to the final here tomorrow, and Tyler, just a team that's hungry again. They have something to prove to themselves and to their
and easily the deepest team here and taking advantage. Just loaded is.
Yeah, Xochitl Bedoy coming in, late, getting some quality minutes here. This is when you can empty the benches and get some players off the bench and, get the jitters out of the way, perhaps, if they haven't played at all. Get ready for tomorrow's final.
Corey Rose's crew will play for a third championship. Trying to exercise those demons from losing last year 3-1 in the final. Those players that came back, Sanchez, certainly looking to right that ship, write a new chapter. Final 2 minutes. It has been a thorough dismantling of the host team. Of course, we'll say goodbye to players like Nat Da Silva. She'll move on. A number of these players will get to four-year schools, and in the end, outside of winning championships, the goal is moving players in their careers, and Jeff Carr's program does that very consistently.
Yeah, that's something that you're right. The coaching staff at Eastern Florida led by Jeff Carr, has done so well, sent players to the next level. We talk about the the bunnies of the world leading, the conference in Tennessee a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, conference player of the week, and also she was part of the best 11 in that conference. And I'm sure that Natalie da Silva, one of those players, will follow that path.
No.
Definitely a D1 prospect, a D1 player. I know there's a bunch of schools who are looking to get her services.
Well, last year she had an offer from UCLA as a freshman.
Of course, let's not forget that, we have one of the Spaniards that came here 2 years ago now playing
UCLA there, yeah, Julia.
UCLA,
Yep.
Julia. And
having a good career there.
So there's that connection with Amanda Cromwell, ex-Knight UCF coach, who's now
Knights
coach for the
fans
Bruins.
or Titans fans watching this, there'll be better days ahead. They'll be in. You just know that the program will respond and likely be back here again next year. Right now, they're at the short end of a 4-0 decision. It looks like they'll be shut out here on their home field. Had the chances, a penalty, a couple of the sitters missed. Chance to get back into it. 10 seconds to go.
7, 6,
and it will be Munoz to see it out.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Tyler Junior College will play for the national championship for the second straight year. They defeat the Titans here 4-0 in the national semifinals. They will meet ASA Brooklyn tomorrow. A thorough game and win for Tyler Junior College. Congrats to the Apaches. We'll be right back to wrap it up right after this.
Catch the 2017 NJCAA Women's Soccer National Championship game live Saturday at 7 on WEFS.
My wife is currently in the Air Force, so I decided to be a stay-at-home father.
I'm a retiree and a full-time student.
I did online classes because I was traveling and it was easy to take the classes with me.
I am graduating today with my bachelor's in business administration. If it wasn't for the online classes, I would not be standing here today.
There shouldn't be any procrastination. Just get out there and go do it.
Tyler Junior College 4, Eastern Florida State College 0 as the Apaches advance to the national final for the second straight year in search of their third national championship. Titans season ends at 13-3, and when we talked to you, Jeff Carr, ahead of this game, you knew that your team was going to have to play, not necessarily a perfect game, but they'd have to be on. And tonight, just a step slow and not having things go your way, and it turns out to be a 4-0 loss. I know you respect Corey Rose on the other side for sure, but talk about what this game was like.
Well, again, 3 of the goals were soft goals that we made mistakes on without pointing at a certain position, and then the other goal we gave the ball away in transition and they buried it. So, our hats off to them, but we did not play well. And then, it wasn't our night when we missed a few sitters, to try to get back in the game in the second half. Missed a PK, we missed a couple wide open goals. Tyler did a great job tonight, and we didn't show up. So, but,
yeah, Coach, I would have to agree with you as far as, you guys were not in your normal game. You talk about soft goals, and they had happened, and, of course, a penalty kick. But more than that, it was that intensity that you were not able to match. Basically, beating yourselves is not so much what Tyler did, but what you gave them instead.
Well, absolutely. On the set pieces, I think 3 of the goals came off set pieces indirectly or directly, and I was telling them at half, you know, we can't keep fouling them, and you know they buried their chances, and you know you have to applaud them. But yeah, it was not our night tonight.
I know certainly bittersweet on the season as a whole, Jeff. Congratulations, you make it back here. It's kind of like clockwork, making it back to the national tournament when you host. I'm sure we'll see you back here next year.
Thanks, Jeff and Eddie.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. And that will put the finishing touches on this broadcast. We do have one more as we took a look at the highlights real quick. 4 goals, and as Coach Carr said, Eddie, 3 of them coming on, you'd say, some mistakes, some hesitation.
Yeah, and started right here. You can see the hesitation by the goalkeeper, Diner, who doesn't come out. And right here, once again, hesitation by 2 defenders. And she finds the ball, sends it to the back end of the net, Kono.
A set piece that found its way through for the brace.
But look what happens. Once again, hesitation between Lockwood and the goalkeeper come out, so that's the 3rd.
And then the piece de resistance was Shawnee Reed, the perfect header. And that capped off the 4-0 scoreline. The Apaches are on to the finals. Take on ASA of Brooklyn. We'll have that for you tomorrow night here on WEFS and NJCAA TV. For our entire crew, Eddie Rodriguez, Bradford Evans, Brian Foster, our producer, John Bober, our director, and everybody else here at WEFS, I'm Jeff Radcliffe saying so long. Apaches win it 4-0. Titan season comes to an end. Championship Saturday tomorrow right here. We'll see you then.